And we're back with a few comments. Best and the worst is the best and worst of the Xbox One, the new Xbox system. Basically, also, sorry about all the noise. The air conditioner's on, and all this will be turning it off. Anyway, the Xbox One is, the Xbox One, we're going to start off best and go to the worst about the Xbox One. The best thing about the Xbox One, in my opinion at least, is that it's a new system. A new system from Microsoft, who I would love, who I like seeing these new systems come from, because basically that means new games, better graphics, and new cool stuff, or better versions of old stuff, like the Kinect, and controllers and things, you know? Yeah. But let me see here. The Xbox One, new Xbox One, and again, the name is annoying, yes, but the new Xbox One, I'm calling it, basically, I believe, Ghost Rob and Angry Joe were hating on that name, but then Adam Sessler has a theory that basically it's a reboot of the Xbox system line, and I say that's interesting. That's an interesting way of putting it. But also, I say, after we get to the worst stuff about the system, it'll basically be more like how Sonic 2006 was a reboot of Sonic the Hedgehog or something. That's basically the kind of reboot it looks like to me. Now, so let's start with the best things about it. That's best. Best is that it's a new system from Microsoft. I really like seeing this from Microsoft. And the Kinect looks pretty awesome, and I've been seeing Wired videos from Wired magazine or whatever about how awesome the new Kinect is and how awesome the Xbox is. And I'm looking, and I definitely want to see some good games for the Kinect that are not made by the people who made the Kinect. Definitely there was issues with that, huge issues with that, because the games that were made by people who made the Kinect were great, and I would like to see other games, that had a bit more risk to them, other than losing points. Use the Kinect in the ways that the people who made the Kinect did. Because they said there was that river rafting thing, and I was thinking, okay, that river rafting thing, if there's no way to die, you don't die if you mess up. Your guy doesn't die. It's not like Lara Croft or better yet, just plain, you fall off a cliff and you're like, okay, I gotta try it again. No, there's none of that. It was kind of fun to see, and I look forward to seeing cool stuff. I wonder if it will happen still. But anyway, what I really think the Kinect is kind of like a light gun to me. It's not something that's required for all games, but it's not something that's useless. That's only useful for like one game, like DDR or anything, like a DDR dance pad or anything. No, those are cool. But it's like a light gun. You basically, it's something that you can use with games if you know how to do it right. Use well with games you know how to do it right, and hopefully they're going to do it better this time. Anyway, those are some of the best. Another best thing that they're saying is a really good thing is the streaming. It's the online stuff where you can stream and stream music and videos and TV and movies and whatnot, and Netflix and Hulu and all that. And now the issue of that is that's nice, but it's not something unique to Xbox though. It's not like you only can do it with an Xbox. You can do it just about any other thing that gets on the internet. So it's not exactly a unique feature at all, and it's definitely not a gamer feature. So I'm like, about that, So it's okay, but I'm not really going to do it. I'm going to play games on that. I want to play games on things like this. So let's see what's next. Okay, and then there's some things that are just like to me. Basically, like the system's design, with the two-tone plastic thing going on, and the fact that it's all boxy. That's not the best design ever, but it's not the worst design ever. Okay, I'm okay with that. Playing it safe can be okay sometimes. That's fine with me. So it's not the worst thing. Again, I'm not interested. The design of it, can be annoying, but it's more about how it plays than anything else. Let's think. All right, plays. Okay, yeah. Let's get to this. Brings us to the worst. things about this system. Another thing that's annoying, but not the worst of the system, is the no backwards compatibility. That's okay. I'm okay with no backwards compatibility in some ways. I of course would like to have it, but you know, if you're trying to keep costs down or anything like that, you know, totally different architecture like the PlayStation 4, that's fine with me. You know, you don't have to have backwards compatibility because basically what you have to do with that is you have to have, you know, not just an Xbox One, the new Xbox One. It has to be like an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One put together, you know, so play the Xbox 360 game. That's, you know, that will drive up costs. Same with PlayStation 4. That had to get PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 together. That will drive up costs. So I'm cool with, you know, trying to save money. That's fine with me. What I'm not cool with is the worst feature of this game, of this system, that is rumored. Angry Joe and some other people are thinking this is not good. You know, hearing about it, and they're not liking it at all. And I agree with them. That'll be the fees for playing used games. Okay, now, me personally, now let's start at the beginning here. Basically, there are people who are huge or diehard fans who will basically say, see that there's a new system out, and be like, okay, I'm gonna save my money. I got my money all saved up, all $500-$600 or whatever, and I'm gonna buy this new system, you know, and I'm gonna buy one of these $60 games, one of the $60 games they have. 5 games that's $60 a piece they have out right now. I'm gonna do that. That's cool with me, you know. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people that will wait until the price on the system comes down, you know, preferably under 200, you know, maybe even lower, and wait till the price on the games come down because I'm gonna get a good deal on some games, you know. And that inevitably will lead me to getting used games, previously played games, okay. And those things are fine most part. Yeah, I bought a copy of Halo 3 that was like $10, man. It was great. But unfortunately, I got a crack in it, which is gonna be why my Halo walkthroughs are gonna be. I gotta take a break in a little while because of all this horrible stuff that happened. You know, so bad. But $10, at $10, I can just go buy another one. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm going to do. When I get my paycheck, I'll buy me another copy of Halo 3. We're back in the saddle. It would be great. Anyway. Let's you can do that on the 360. You can't do that, you know, Xbox One. You can't do that without spending money, having to pay these guys, which would be something I'm not doing. I'm trying to find good deals. That's not a good deal. That is a deal breaker for me. You know, trying to charge me money for something that I already paid for. Okay, that someone else already paid for, decided they were done with it, and gave it to a game store for some money. You know, and then I came over, picked it up. And gave them the game store some money. You know what? You're gonna hate on that. That's the deal. I was trying to save money, found something cool, and I kept, you know, that's not cool. That's not gonna work. The Angry Joe said something that, you know, was annoying. You know, that really made me think about stuff too. You know, with this stupid game, not letting you play used games thing, and that would be the if you buy a game, even if you buy it at full price, okay, and your friend wants to borrow that game and play it on their system, they can't do that without a fee. They can't do that without a fee, okay? And this is a weird thing too, because basically you already paid money for this game. If the game is now yours, so okay, and you are allowing someone to borrow this game so they can play it on their system. And you know, with this horrible stuff going on here, I don't know, you know, these rumors that may or may be true, according to very reliable sources, then that's not going to work out so well. You know, people aren't going to buy your game systems for that. Oh, another thing here. If this one guy, this other guy, was saying the same thing, saying similar things. He was saying if you are in the same house and you have your game, you have that game, right? You bought the game, and you want to let someone else who lives in your house borrow that game, then they have to charge them for a fee. And because basically there's this whole issue with the what's it called, signing in thing, you know. So you have to sign in as whoever you are, and things like that. You sign in, your game's registered. You don't have to pay anything. You pay anything else. They sign in, it's not their game, so they have to pay something. That's just annoying. That's just annoying. And maybe they're trying to stop people from stealing it, stop people from doing all that stuff. But it's still annoying. It's still not good at all. And it's like whatever, And then there's the whole issue, an even worse issue I found out. It's a little while ago. This may be rumor, this may not. This may be a rumor, this may be true. I don't know. But it sounds like right because it's in the same vein as this other not letting people play used games thing without a fee thing, and that would be um, making it so if the system is not online, it won't work. You know, because they're thinking, you know, that you might be hacking into the system or whatever, or they want to be online so they can check on the system and make sure it's doing what they want it to do. You know, these things here, and then of course the whole Connect thing, where it'll be online with a camera pointing straight at you. That's kind of rough. The issue is, you know, all these things here, especially the not being able to play used games, which is what I, you know, got the system for. Got the Xbox 360 to play play these games, see these cool games. You know, the price is down $10, $15, $20. You know, instead of 60, I want to buy some game. You know, I see these cool games, I want to buy it. You know, get the Xbox 360, things like that. Come on, very important. You know, the people will buy your games, buy your system, play games, to play the used games with it. You know, that's the problem. Now, I'm not going to do that. That's not what this thing. If this is what it says is true, what Angry Joe and a few other people and other people saying is true. I will not be buying that. I might buy PlayStation 4, or might just go PC. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I'm cool with that. You know, might as well go PC, because everything else is trying to be like PC, but not nearly as good. So, you know, if there's going to be, you know, if they're going to do this kind of stuff, you know, I like console because of the controller, the fact that it didn't cost nearly as much, and, you know, ease of use for the games and stuff, you know, things like that. But, well, if they're going to mess around like this, might as well go PC. I don't, you know, that's the issue. Or get PlayStation 4, or some other thing, you know, the Nintendo, whatever, you know, Wii U, maybe, I don't know, but whatever, you know, this is a huge deal breaker for me, you know, so basically, hopefully, to sum up, the best thing about the Xbox One, the new Xbox One, the Summer 2006 reboot Xbox One, hey, come back here, the Summer 2006 reboot Xbox One is, that it is a new system from Microsoft. And I like seeing this in Microsoft, the new stuff and better stuff, better advanced versions of the old stuff. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing both new franchises and old franchises come back. And you know, even if I will be playing them that much on the Xbox One if they keep this weird crazy stuff up. But you know, the best would have to be that it's a new system, there are new cool games and new opportunities for awesome graphics and whatever. The worst would have to be the fact that if they're making it, is that if they make it harder to play used games. Well, they're making it harder to play used games, make it harder to do things. You have to be offline. I don't have the best internet ever. My brother says, Sega the Trans says, they might need good internet for the system to actually even work. You know, the whole online-offline thing. If that's the case, I cannot buy this thing. So that's a huge issue. That is a deal breaker. That and the not being able to play used games is a deal breaker. So that's the worst of all of it. Not being able to play the system, even if I spend the crazy amount of money to get it, which I will not be doing, of course. But still, if it goes down to $99, which eventually it will, but it goes down to $99, and I buy this thing, and then it's like, hey, I got a $10 game. No, can't use it. Don't have the code. Other thing, don't have whatever. But it's useless. So that's the issue. Hopefully they'll fix that. Hopefully they'll reconsider that and realize, hey, we want things that gamers like. The people who will buy the system for the games will like, so we're going to fix it. That's my hope. So I'll see you next time with the next episode of Hero Comics, Best and the Worst, Song 2006, How Should Ended, Blue Dragon, Halo 3 eventually, Final Fantasy 13 eventually, Evan Mickey pretty soon, and anything else, all the other stuff I'm trying to do. So see you next time.